Okay. Let's see one more time if it's working or not. Refresh. Put my headphones on. Okay, already noticed less buzzing. Okay, I think it's fixed. I think it's fixed. If you guys can hear me, comment in the chat if you guys can hear me. It might cut out a little. Might do a lot of stuff a bit, but okay. Let's share this everywhere now that we are almost 100% sure that it's kind of working. Notice a lot of like, okay. Share this everywhere. Well, the game's on a commercial. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Let's see if anybody shows up. Okay. Changing things around. And it looks like we're going to get a Arizona Coyotes power play. Eric Hall to the box for hooking, it looks like, is going to be the call. Brendamore shaking his head. If I were the coach of a team that just took a penalty, I'd probably be shaking my head too. Okay. Yotes pressure on, and it's cleared all the way down the ice. Oliver Ekman-Larsson drops it off for Taylor Hall. Taylor Hall. Dvorak chips in. Castle goes after it. Hall. Up top to Schmaltz. OEL slap shot. And it's going to go wide. back around. And Goligoski will carry it through. 32 seconds to go. Shots are 13-17 in favor of the Hurricanes. Soderberg down low. Tries to get it to Chikrin, but it goes all the way to Goligoski at the point. He'll move it over. And that's going to be a shot from Garland. Garland again winds up with a shot. Moves it up. Garland, here's a chance. Soderberg's taken down in front. And no call. Back the other way, Holla had a 3-on-1, but now it's going to be taken up, and Holla held onto that puck. I do not agree with Holla holding on to that hockey puck there. And chipped in by Richardson. Kept in by Grabner. He'll take a shot blocker save there by Mrazek. Mrazek hasn't had too many shots to save, but he hasn't faced too many shots, I guess is what I'm trying to say, but he's been sharp when he gets a shot. Stahl moves it up. Svetch kind of lost it there. Fogle lines him up and just kind of bumps into him. I think that was Osterley. Here's a chance behind the Canes net for Schmaltz. Kessel. That was Kessel, sorry. I thought he might try this Michigan against Svetch's own team. Osterley. And it's chipped in and comes all the way back out to Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Now Christian Dvorak with the puck. He's got Taylor Hall beside him. That's who he goes to. Hall watched by Slavin there. And Canes come away with numbers. 3-on-2. Now back is Garland, but they move it around. Canes look to set up. Sebastian Aho behind the net. Aho circles around. He'll give it off to Jacob Slavin. Slavin in. Takes a shot and it goes up, but not out of play. Now Taylor Hall on the puck. Hall moves it around, and he'll skate through the neutral zone with it and drop it off. There's a chance. What a save by Mrazek there on Connor Garland, and Mrazek's mask comes off. So it looks like to a commercial break we go. Sharp save there with his head from Peter Mrazek, and then Dvorak comes around and kind of knocks his helmet off. Would you rather trade Shea Theodore or Nate Schmidt? Theodore. 2-1 in favor of the Ottawa Senators in another game. Can't wait to put the score somewhere else. Theodore, yeah, I'd actually rather trade Theodore. Let's actually check out how old Shea Theodore is. By the way, Hayden, can you hear me all right? Let's see. Theodore's 24. Nate Schmidt. Schmidt's 28. So not too much. Paul's here. How's it going, Paul? How are you? How are you doing? Yes, thanks. I've moved everything around, and Paul, watch. Look. Watch. Watch this. Okay? So this is what I'm going to do for most of the game. But when I'm starting and ending the stream, it's this. How awesome is that? Plus, plugging my Twitter, which, like, I rarely ever tweet on. I'd trade Shea Theodore over Nate Schmidt. Oh, here's a chance broken up there. Now Pesci on the puck. Pesci's going to lift it below the goal line where Warren Foegele, the goal scorer, picks it up. He centers it for Pesci, and he takes a shot. Yeah, I gotta show you how to do this. It's like Streamlabs in themes. And like I can change, I only got 2 for now, but like I can get more when I want to. Unfortunately, I can't put like images there, or I'd have the Canes logo and the Yotes logo, obviously, but unfortunately, I can't do that. Svetch had a great chance there, and he actually tried to go between his legs, it looks like. How you doing, Paul? How are ya? Flames doing better than the Habs, that's for sure. So, no one can really complain because there's like not a team doing worse than Montreal in the league right now. Is there? Like Sens exist, but like they're literally every team has beat us. Pretty much every team except Calgary. We actually beat Calgary. But we haven't played Calgary in Montreal yet. We happen to suck in Montreal. Face off now, Dvorak loses to Walmark. Now moves. Oh, what a move there from Walmark? Martinook, sorry. Now Hamilton with a shot, jumping out of the way. Martinook has another chance, and it goes off the post behind Antti Ranta. And now Yotes come back with numbers. Taylor Hall takes a shot. Easy glove save by Peter Mrazek, or at least he made it look very easy and clean. Great job by Mrazek there. But a smart play by Hall, too, to chip it off the boards to himself. But it was a good defensive play by Jacob Slavin to cut down, take away the pass there. I guess that Hall could have tried a saucer pass, but it remains 1-0. Peter Mrazek to Trevor Van Riemsdyk. Kneecast with the puck. Kneecast off the boards, around. Oh, bad turnover there. Osterley, really not the guy that you want in that situation is Osterley, but chipped ahead. And now coming away with it, Stefan with a shot and a pad save by Peter Mrazek. Holla. Or no, that's Dzingel, sorry. Aho on the puck. He'll move it up to Pesce. Pesce takes a shot, tipped by Teravainen, glide. Coming back the other way now are the Arizona Coyotes. The Yotes try to move it around, but the Canes grab possession right away. Battle for it in the neutral zone. Svechnikov in there, looks like. Gardner plays the puck back. And now Teravainen has speed, but Ranta comes out of his net to play the puck there. I believe that's Nino Niederreiter on the puck now. Back in front, Niederreiter, and there's a block in front there by, I think that might have been Goligoski. Can't tell what unit's on for Arizona right now. Might have been Chikrin too. Chikrin shoves Aho right off the puck and leaves it for Clayton Keller. Keller will move through the neutral zone, dishing it off for Schmaltz. Schmaltz waits up. He'll try to shoot it across, but it's going to be backhanded out by the Canes. Good play there defensively by the Carolina Hurricanes. And Teravainen. Now chip dumped in. Soderberg lifts it back to the corner. Takes a shot, and there's a save by Mrazek. And to commercial break we go. Sitting at 283 subscribers. Let's try to get to 290 subscribers by the end of this stream. It would be awesome to get to 300 by my channel anniversary, which is in February. I think we can do that. Okay. Okay. Dvorak loses the draw to Sebastian Aho there in the Canes zone. And it'll be lifted out by Jacob Slavin. And now in an intense battle down the ice for it, Niederreiter gets there first to Teravainen. Moves up, and here come the Yotes, but their time in the Canes zone is short-lived. icing waved off there as the Canes apparently beat the Yotes down. But now, here comes Garland. He'll drop it back. Oh, and no. Here comes Sebastian Aho. Aho drops back. Here's a chance. What a save by Ranta. Good, solid save by Auntie Ranta on Nina Ryder there on an odd man rush. Interesting to pass there if you're Sebastian Aho. If I'm Sebastian Aho, I would have been looking at what Connor McDavid did the other night, because that's a prime opportunity. You're going through no speed. Why not try to recreate a goal? Like, just have some fun with it, Sebastian. Holla on the puck. Back around. Nikas and Holla play catch with it, but now Phil Kessel gets the puck. He'll move it up to Krause, I think that is. He'll shoot it in. Stefan on it. And now here come the Canes. Nikas just dumps it in off the boards. And there's a hit to himself. Just bumps against the boards. Here comes Phil Kessel through. Not gonna go down there. Chychrun. He'll take a shot, but an easy save by Mrazek once again. Both goalies have been pretty solid tonight so far, I'd say. Ryan! Ryan's here! Hello, Ryan. How are you doing? How are you? There's a shot from Osterley, saved by Mrazek through a screen. How are you doing, Ryan? How are you? You finally have your own YouTube channel. Congratulations, Ryan. Congratulations. I'm very happy for you that you have your own YouTube channel. Can you hear me good? I hope that you can hear me. Okay. Here comes Clayton Keller. Nick is back. Hey, Nick, this is like take number 5 for live streams, but glad that you found it and you're back. How are you doing? Went from having 2 Flames fans in the chat, now 2 Hawks fans in the chat. Interesting. I see a trend. Okay, that's good. And a save by Ranta. This game, so far, yep, Paul has been here, so far, through almost 2 periods of play, shots are pretty close, 24-20 in favor of the Carolina Hurricanes. The Yotes have had their fair share of chances, just haven't been able to capitalize. There's a chance, and the Canes! That's in. That's got to be in, right? The lights on. Walmart scored. They're going to be taking a look at this to see. I'm not going to update the score yet. I'm going to wait. Walmart looks to have scored. Slavin shot, and then it comes back to Hamilton. And Hamilton, it's tipped in by Walmart, goes off Ranta's glove, off his mask, off the post, down, and that's in. That's in. What a goal. Now it's time to edit it. 2-0, Carolina. There we go. 2-0 Canes. I saw a glove down on the ice, but I think that was accidentally dropped. Now the Yotes need to put some pressure on. They have to have a good third period coming up with 51 to go in the second. Demers. Time for one last rush. Taylor Hall, that's got to be offside though, as Dvorak got in early. Lucas Wallmark makes the score 2-0 for the Carolina Hurricanes off a shot from Dougie Hamilton, a nice tip from Wallmark, and just like that, through 2 periods of play just about, we have I think that the Yotes have actually outplayed the Canes this period. It just hasn't fell the Hurricanes. Wait, here's a chance! Stolen puck there by Connor Garland, or Phil Castle rather. I saw the 8, not the 1 or 3. Uh-oh, here's a chance. In alone, they score! Just like that! Martin Necas makes it 3-0. What a goal! All the way around the boards to bury it with the backhand. Look at this. Necas gets it. What skating abilities, and then buries it with the backhand, and it's 3-0 Carolina. Whew. Man, oh man. Canes with 9 seconds to go. 9 seconds. Three nothing Canes. And the score changes once again on your screen. What a period played there by the Carolina Hurricanes. The way to finish that period strong was awesome with Wallmark and then Necas. Good job there. The ref threw a puck to me and my friend at a hockey game I was just at. That's awesome, Ryan. That's awesome. Hayden, I traded John Murrell to Dallas for Jamie Alexiak 1-on-1 in NHL 20. Or 1-for-1 in NHL 20. Let's go Canes. Wither, well, it's looking like the Canes. It's going to have to be a strong period for my second favorite team, the Arizona Coyotes. But, man, the Canes have come out strong playing these first 2 periods. In the Yotes' defense, they went off a back-to-back. Looks like the Hawks might maybe looking at trying to get a blue liner like John Moore. Interesting. That's very interesting. The Hawks, they are in need of help on defense for sure. But the Canes finish it off strong in the second period. And now it's time for the intermission question. Okay, first intermission question was, what do you think of the All-Star Game jerseys? I also had some technical difficulties during the first intermission, so not very many people got to finish their answers. So let's let you guys finish your answers. I'll start off by saying, what is your guys' thoughts on the first or on the All-Star Game jerseys. What do you guys think? There are rumors going around the Hawks and Bruins have been in talks. Interesting. Maybe the Bruins might be interested in moving a guy like Heinen. Hawks could get a Danton Heinen kind of player. The All-Star Game jerseys are horrible. Yeah, they're not great. Okay, let's try to just find this. I'm gonna go to the Bruins website. John Moore sucks. Well, I wouldn't truly say. Okay, I don't say that there are certain players that suck in the NHL because I know that I'd go up against them and I would not be anywhere near to as good as them. So, unless I can comfortably say that I'm better at hockey than them, I don't say that they suck. Like, they're not a good player, but I wouldn't say that they suck. Unless I beat them, which I've never one-on-one'd an NHLer before. Maybe watch for another video. See, defense, Moore, Miller, McAvoy, Krug, Kampfler, Grzelcyk. Maybe Grzelcyk moves. Where's Danton Heinen? I thought that you would have thought that you won that Alex Nylander trade. I thought he was doing pretty good for you guys. I thought that Nylander was doing pretty good for you guys. But this intermission question. What do you think about... Oh, I got a good one. What is... No, never mind. Not that one. I gotta think of a good one. No, Alex Nylander should have... Yeah, Yokoharu was, he was really solid for you guys. I never would have expected you guys to trade Yokoharu. But, let's see. Just trying to think. What should the intermission question be? And don't forget, during intermissions, just because I'm asking you guys a question, doesn't mean you guys can't ask me questions. Ask away. I love answering you guys' questions. Let me think. What should the intermission question be? Oh, who's the strongest team in each conference? In the East and West, who's the strongest team? Before tonight's game, I was going to say the Canes and Yotes, but I thought that this might be a future Stanley Cup matchup, but doesn't look like it's going to be. Because with the way that the Canes have been outplaying them, the Yotes have not been playing well as of late. And I don't know if it has anything to do with the fact that there's no Darcy Kemper, but it's been interesting. So who's the strongest team in each conference? Washington for the East and the Avalanche for the West. Interesting. Yeah, the Avs are definitely a stacked team. If you know anything about me, I'm a huge Cale Makar fan. And yeah, you can say that I'm bandwagon for Makar, but he's Albertan. Good Alberta boy. I like Makar. And I don't like all Alberta boys. I'm not a huge fan of Cale Fleury. But speaking of Alberta boys, 77 is my favorite number because of a pair of Alberta boys. It just recently became my favorite number because Kirby Doc and, of course, Brett Kulak, who is my favorite player, just recently changed his number to 77. But yeah, Washington's definitely a very, very strong team. I think that they have a chance to go real deep in the playoffs this year. If they stay healthy. I think that staying healthy down the stretch after the All-Star break is really important, and that you have to be careful because you don't want to get injured. Okay. Oh, they're interviewing Justin Williams. Welcome back to the Canes, Justin Williams. Okay. So how are you guys all doing? How is everybody this year? Weird saying that, but how is everyone this year? First stream all year. Hope it's not my last stream this year. I don't think it'll be my last stream, but it definitely is my first stream. A quick call on Discord for this stream. I would love to do that, Nick. I would love, if anyone wants to ever call in on Discord, you're more than welcome to. But Nick, you can definitely call. Yeah, Nick, you're more than welcome to call. Okay. Okay. Do you want me to call you Nick, or... Here we go. Hello, Nick. How are you doing? Can you hear me? Oh, I'm muted. Can you hear me, Nick?
What's up? What's up, man?
How's it going?
Hello? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly.
Okay, perfect.
Alright.
So, how are you doing?
I'm at work right now, so...
Oh,
but it's dead.
nice, but unless you've changed... Unless you've changed jobs, you have a pretty cool job when you get to wear a jersey to work every day.
No, I still work at it. I still work there.
Yeah, it's like that. So...
One second.
Okay. I think that the third period's starting soon. Okay. Let's see. Just waiting for Nick and the third period. 3-0 in favor of Carolina tonight. Been a good game, close game. Okay. Nick will be joining us momentarily. What? Guys, I'm getting word. Carl Alsner just scored for Laval. Carl Alsner just scored a goal. What? My life is a lie. Alsner scored, Alsner scored, Alsner scored, Alsner scored, Alsner scored, Alsner scored, Alsner scored. What? Whoa. Like, that just... Here's Nick. Hello.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
Sorry about that.
That's fine. Okay, we are joined by Windy City Hockey. Welcome to the stream, my friend. How are you, Nick?
Doing alright. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Now, of course, I gotta ask you some questions because you're a Hawks fan and you're calling in. First question. What are your thoughts on how Kirby Dach has performed so far this season? Are you happy with the fact that you guys went kind of unexpected and drafted Kirby third overall?
I like Kirby Dach. He has the high potential value for the team. He's been developing his game pretty well since he's made his NHL debut. He hadn't scored in about 23 games or so, but that's what you get from a rookie. It's hit or miss when it comes to their rookie season. They are still developing their game. He's only 18 years old. The last 18-year-old to play on the Hawks was Patrick Kane, and that was a while ago.
Yep,
I like the Doc's play. He's been playing well. He just needs to develop his game a little bit more. And once he gets full size into his body, he'll be a great player.
he's definitely taller than a lot of players in the NHL. And do you think that his size affects anything as we're starting the third period? Do you think that him being taller plays an advantage or disadvantage for him compared to other players in the NHL?
I don't see it that way. He's still not fully matured into his body yet, where he's still trying to figure part out of his game. So he's only 18 and he's 6 foot 3, and he's still basically growing. So he has to grow into himself to get his full game value into him. Once he is all set and done, I think he'll be an elite star player for the Chicago Blackhawks for time to come.
And one more question about Kirby. Do you
Okay.
Where do you think he ranks to this point among the top 5 for draft picks? Like, do you think if we were to redraft right now based on how they've played so far, do you think he'd still go 3rd overall or somewhere further in the top 5 or even top 10?
To be honest, that's kind of hard to say just because it is so early into their seasons, into their careers, to be said. So it's hard to say on that statement because the draft happened in June. It's only been a total of 7 months since he was drafted. So honestly, I can't say if I would have taken a different player or not.
It was a very, very hard question. I'll give you that. But now moving on to a different player on the Hawks or different players. How would you think, like, what do you think about the Robin Lehner signing and what he's brought to this team?
Oh, I love Robin Lehner. He's bringing that locker room presence into it where he is not afraid to say the truth. If they suck, He would say that. And Robin Lehner is bringing that leadership quality also for maybe helping out the locker room chemistry. It seems like everyone loves Lehner enough. They want him to stay. Hell, I want him to stay in Chicago too. He's a great goalie to have. But right now, I would love to see him sign an extension to know we have our starting goalie for the next couple of seasons. Because Corey Crawford, I think, this is his back end of his career, and I think we potentially see Corey Crawford hang up the pads at the end of this season.
Yup, Crawford's definitely towards the end of his career. And just wait a sec. Looks like Carolina's getting a power play here. Yup. Connor Garland, Vinny Hinostroza to the box, former Chicago Blackhawk.
Yeah, this Vinny, young, fast player that I love to watch play. He was a fun player to have in Chicago.
For sure, and can you hear me? I'm having someone.
Yeah, I can.
Someone just said in my stream. Hello, anybody here? I'm just gonna leave call for a sec, Nick. Okay, and just check my audio issue for a sec. Okay, I'll be right back. Audio issues, of course. Of course, audio issues. Let's see. Okay, and just check my audio issue for a sec, okay? I'll be right back. I can hear everything fine. Interesting, but hello, Disease Master. How are you doing? Okay. Okay. Looks like all the audio is sorted out, Nick. Hello, Jacob. How are you doing? You here now? Okay. Perfect. As Carolina on the power play here, and a shorthanded chance. Lawson Krause in alone! What a save by Peter Mrazek. Lawson Krause extended his stick there to get a hold of that puck. You there, Nick? Moves around.
Alright, I'm back. Hello?
Okay, hello. Just a sec. I had another person just say, I can't hear anything. Is it normal? So just
Oh, okay.
give me another sec. Okay. Moves around.
Alright, I'm back. Hello?
Jacob, can you hear
Okay,
anything
hello.
now?
Just
Try.
a sec. I had another person just say, I can't hear anything. Is it normal? So just... Oh, okay.
Give me another sec. I turned the stream. Okay, I turned the stream on my tablet and I can hear everything. So, I don't know, Jacob. Is your volume on your phone? That's all I can say. Or your computer, whatever device you're on. Is your volume turned up? Because everything seems to be coming out fine. And there's going to be a Arizona power play here.
Oh, okay.
After...
Who's going to the ball?
Good question. It's a scrum, and I think... Let's see, there's a little bit of pushing and shoving. I think it's going to be an Arizona power play. They're showing Labushkin a lot. Garland. Oh, looks like Andrei Svechnikov is going to the box for hooking. Hooking or tripping.
Mr. Man to the box.
What's that?
Mr. Lacrosse Man to the box.
Oh, yep. Yep. But honestly, those goals were absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah. It looked like Kirby Doc could have pulled one off yesterday, actually.
I would have loved to see Kirby doing that.
It looked like Kirby was trying to set one up to do it, but he got cut off for a second when he was about to pull it off.
Well, Gallagher actually, yesterday, it looked like he was going for it, but it got cut down.
Yeah.
So, I think the teams are starting to pick up on it, and it's not as sneaky. Like, you saw just a couple days ago, it was the Hurricanes and Lightning, and Svech got it on his stick and tried again, but there were two Lightning defensemen standing at each post.
Yeah, they were all set up for Svechnikov to do that.
Yeah, it's kind of lost its all of a sudden just sneakiness, I guess you could say.
Lost its
Yup, that's the word I'm looking for. 1 minute to go on this Arizona power play with 13:30 to go in the third. Edmondson takes down Hall, but no call there. Kessel gets stripped of the puck, and it's going to be lifted down the ice and cleared where Antti Ranta gets on it. He'll leave it for Garland, I think that is. But, okay, Nick, I have one more question for you about the Hawks.
Okay.
What do you think, how many years do you think it is until they're a competitive playoff team?
Well, honestly, I thought it was going to be this season, but Jeremy Colleton and his coaching ways really delayed that idea out of mind. So probably if they have a new head coach, hopefully an experienced head coach next time, like next season, they will be back in the playoffs next season.
And are there any current candidates that you'd have for head coach? Obviously, a lot of coaches being fired. Do you think that there's anyone that the Hawks might want to bring in the postseason if they're still available?
Peter Laviolette.
Interesting.
Take the Predators' former head coach. He knows the Nashville players enough. They're in our division. It would be a smart move on the Hawks if they go after Laviolette.
That is interesting. That would be cool too. And I have a question about the division and about a coach that had been fired that has nothing to do with the Hawks, but do you think Jim Montgomery gets another chance in the NHL as a coach?
Maybe in the next couple of years after all this drinking issue goes out of the wayside, because he is a good head coach, but I would say probably in the next couple of years after he sobers up.
Yep, I could see Montgomery coming back, but not next year. It's just one of those things, you'll never see him next year, and I think he takes a couple years off, and maybe NHL Seattle's a possibility. I know that is this season, but I guess that's a possibility because they are kind of looking for a coach of their new team, and it would be a fresh start for him for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm just gonna stay on topic and ask you one last thing. Does Mike Babcock ever get hired anywhere in the NHL again?
Good question. I honestly don't know. I've always said Babcock's one of the most overrated head coaches in the NHL, and I have no clue. He's still getting paid by Toronto. He doesn't have to do anything for like the next few years if he wanted to.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Him still being paid. Like, what's the point of going coaching a team when you're paid to sit at home and do nothing?
Yeah, sit at home, nothing.
Like, you don't have to go get another job. You're making millions and just sitting on your couch instead of sitting behind the bench.
Yeah.
So
on Babcock, I honestly don't know if he'll work in the NHL again. He probably would eventually, but he could honestly just wait. He doesn't have to do anything right now since he's still getting paid by Toronto until the contract's over.
I think the new issues with that have come out from former players have probably lessened his chance, I guess you could say, of ever getting.
Yeah, probably.
I don't remember what player that was that actually said that. I know it was a former Detroit player.
about him having a player do the list?
What's that?
About Babcock making like Marner do a list of players or something like that?
Oh yeah, about Marner, but also there was something about a old player in Detroit too said something bad about Mike Babcock too.
Chris Delios.
Oh, probably. But Nick, do you have any questions for me? I'm a Montreal Canadiens fan, and they seem to be a rather trending topic.
Oh yeah. Well, do you think Julian will be fired at the end of this season?
I hope he isn't fired at the end of this season. Do you know why? Because I hope he doesn't make it to the end of this season.
Okay.
I hope he's.
I'm just saying by the end of this season. Doesn't mean if he gets fired in the season, but do you think he would be fired if this train wreck keeps happening?
Well, you never know, because we don't make changes well. Like, we're not one of those teams that just throws a coach to the curb, because, like, I don't even know why it is, but if Marc Bergevin was thinking, Claude Julien would have been fired a long time ago. So I really don't know. He probably would have been fired after the first 8-game losing streak. But now we have 2 8-game losing streaks in one season.
I'm trying to figure out when the Hawks play your Habs again.
I think they play like this week.
Oh yeah, we play you guys.
What day is that?
Let me make sure for you. Hang on.
Here, let me see. Okay, so tomorrow, Monday, we play the Flames. Blackhawks on Wednesday. So Montreal and Chicago on Wednesday. Should be a fairly easy win for the Hawks.
Sorry about that.
So yeah, Wednesday is when the Hawks and Habs play.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, Necas in! All alone, and it goes wide of the net. Martin Necas had a chance to capitalize there and get his second of the night.
Oh, wow.
8:50 to go now in the third. Arizona finally is leading in shots. 29-28 in favor of Arizona.
How's former Blackhawk Teuvo Teravainen doing tonight?
Teravainen's been he's been interesting. Hasn't been involved that much, but he has been able to open up the ice and make some opportunities. He is on a line with Aho and Nina Ryder, so those 3 obviously, those are 3 pretty good players, and
yeah.
I think that whenever you're on a line with a guy like Aho, you're going to be playing well because, like, all you got to do is get him the puck. And I think there's been a couple chances for Teravainen tonight, and he just hasn't been able to capitalize. I remember one shot specifically in the first period where he actually just got a piece of it with his glove, and but besides that, hasn't been too much from Teravainen tonight. Oh, there's a chance for Walmark, but he puts it wide. And who's on the puck? Teravainen. Goligoski behind him. Teravainen keeps the puck. He'll wait. Tries to center for Aho, and Aho hit his chest, and he had to try to get it down to his stick. So obviously that didn't work well. What was that?
This game, this game must have at least 10 ex-Blackhawks in.
Yup, for sure. Because you've got. Should we count? Okay. Goodbye, Disease Master. Thank you for coming. Chikrin is just hugging Aho. That's interesting. So on the Canes, I know for sure Teravainen.
Jordan Osterley,
Trevor Van Riemsdyk,
PR,
Vinny Hinostroza,
trying to think. We've made so many trades with those two teams, and it's a lot. Dick Schmaltz.
oh yeah, Schmaltz.
Is Jarmerson back yet?
No, he's not yet.
Okay. I know they're eyeing a return on him pretty soon here. That's what I was wondering.
Okay.
Well, there's a lot of ex-Blackhawks in this game.
I know we got 5 so far counted, but yeah.
Yeah.
Anytime that you have a game with that many from a former team. Edmondson? No, he was a Blue. I was gonna say Joel Edmondson, but he was a St. Louis Blue.
Yeah. Whatever. There's a lot of ex-Blackhawks, we could just say.
Yup. I'm just gonna ask. What's that? Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
If Toronto is healthy and playing today, that's another ex-Blackhawk.
I got another question for you while you're on. Are there any players currently playing for the Hawks that you'd like to see moved and out of Chicago sooner than later, or are you happy with the team?
Probably Alex Nylander I would like to see gone because that was the worst trade I have ever seen. We should never have given up on a young developing defenseman for a forward that is not that good.
Canes,
and he's been healthy like 10 times this season.
Yeah, Canes power play here. Just sorry for interrupting you, Nick. But yeah, that Nylander trade was interesting when it first happened. Yokoharu obviously still had. Yokoharu's still young, and I'm not a fan of trading young players early like this. Walmart in front! What a save by Antti Ranta! On Lucas Walmart. What's that?
There's another ex-Blackhawk, Ranta.
Right, he was a Hawk.
Antti Ranta.
So, yeah, there's a lot of former Hawks.
Yep.
But yeah, players like that is just, when you trade a young player, for a young player, sure, you think this could be beneficial, but sometimes it ends up being that the young player that you had is just, you should never trade them. But sometimes it does work out.
Well, I have that feeling why they traded Yokoharu in the first place. It's because Jeremy Colleton did not like Yokoharu for some reason. Because I remember the first game Colleton became head coach of the team, he healthy scratched Yokoharu and played Brandon Pylon Manning in replacement of Yokoharu.
Oh my god.
And that was a horrible move. And then after Colleton became coach, he decided, like, about 2 weeks after Colleton coaching, they sent him to Rockford.
Yep.
And Yoki Haru honestly was the best defenseman on the team when he played for the Hawks last season.
Yeah, and that's interesting. Coaches not liking players is definitely an interesting topic. But one final question.
Sure.
Where do you guys think that you'll where do you think that you guys will land draft-wise at the end of this year? What kind of what number pick do you think that you will get?
Well, we got lucky last year with moving up from 12 to number 3. I hope number 1 overall at this point, but to be honest, probably 6th or 8th in the draft this year.
I don't know a team that's not or that's struggling that their fans aren't wanting them to just completely tank and try to get a generational player like Alexis Lafreniere.
Oh yeah, I know Detroit's tanking for sure. Look at that record they have.
Yeah.
Even though there's no the thing with tanking in the NHL, it really doesn't work. Look at last year's draft. None of those teams were with the highest odds of getting first overall pick or second or third overall pick. The Hawks were 12 and they moved up to 3.
I kind of feel like the lottery kind of has nothing to do with the record. It's kind of like what teams try the hardest but still lose.
Yeah. It's the lottery is basically a game of ping pong balls. If your balls went through, you get you get one of the good picks, and if they don't, you're out of luck. That's what it is.
Exactly. Well, Nick, thank you for coming on. Do you want to stay on the stream for the last 2 minutes and 34 seconds of this game?
Sure, I can.
Okay. Well, with 2 minutes and 25 seconds to go now, Walmart moves it up. He'll try to spin in center, but that's not going to work there for the Hurricanes. Chikrin behind the net. He's watched by Niederreiter. Chikrin makes a nice pass there. Down by 3 goals, Arizona looks to get something going with 2 minutes to go. Little late, wouldn't you say? I'd say it's a little late. Moves it around. There's a chance, and with 1:40 to go, Brock McGinnon, he'll take a shot. Ranta able to stay solid. Taylor Hall goes off Walmart's stick. Ranta was making a halfway dash to the... Oh, where's the penalty on that? Nikas just got taken down by Schmaltz and crashed into the net. Interesting. And they're not going to call a penalty. But, of course, they have to whistle it so that they can fix the net. What did you think about that Taylor Hall trade?
I like the Taylor trade. It was a good trade, a good hockey trade, actually. Arizona gets the player before the trade deadline, and he can get into the system well enough in time for playoff.
That's a fair point. But with the way that Arizona's been playing, I don't know. Of course, I think they'll make the playoffs, but with how much momentum going in, I think that it's they've just been struggling so far, but so many teams have been struggling after the Christmas break. But the problem with the Christmas break being when it is you got the Christmas break and then you play for like not even that long, and then you have the All-Star break. So teams just get rolling and they have to take another break.
And then you get those bye weeks after the All-Star week, too.
Oh, that's true. Where teams just don't play.
With their bye week, it's basically starts the week of All-Star week, so they will have about 10 days off once All-Star week happens.
Wow, that's ridiculous.
And gain some games in hand against Nashville.
But at least with that is they have a longer break as to a short break than playing and then taking another break. At least it's right after the All-Star.
Oh yeah, which that honestly probably the best way to have the bye week.
I agree. Well, 30 seconds to go in the third period. It looks like the Hurricanes hold on to this one as the Yotes road trip has not been very productive so far. Cleared down with 14 seconds to go. Ranta will play the puck. Garland. Up through. He's stripped of the puck. 1 second, and that's the game. I'm going to stay on. I'll probably stay on and give my commentating thing on the Surge. Cause what's that?
Okay.
Surge is fun to watch. I hate it when it's against your team, but it is fun.
Yeah. What do they do tonight?
That is a good question.
Okay, I have a good question here. With Justin Williams being the captain of the Hurricanes last season, does Jordan Staal take the C off his jersey once Justin Williams gets back on the ice for the Hurricanes?
That's a good question, Nick, and the answer, I feel like it's no. I'm going to go back to an old example of, for the Nashville Predators, here's the Surge. Just wait a sec. The clap in a formation all around the ice. This is interesting. There. And just kind of a wave. They're doing the wave for the storm surge. That's kind of cool. They did the crowd wave for the storm surge. But anyhow, I was saying something about Nashville. What were we talking about? Oh, the Williams situation. I'm gonna go back to a older scenario where Mike Fisher was the captain of the Nashville Predators. He retired.
Yeah.
And once he retired, the Preds named Roman Josi as the captain. Fisher came back for the playoffs that year and did not get the C.
Yeah, that's true. But this is a little bit different in my opinion. Jordan Staal actually wore the C before Justin Williams came to the Hurricanes 2 seasons ago, I want to say.
Yep, I think.
And
Hmm. So, are you suggesting that they do switch again, or that they just stick with it?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they do give Williams the C because honestly, he, in my opinion, is their captain. No, no um offense for Jordan's. But in my opinion, Justin Williams is more of their captain just because that leadership quality he has in that locker room. He created the storm surge.
Yes, I agree with that. But anyway, Nick, I think that that's going to do it for today's live stream. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the new format. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Join the herd if you're watching this on replay. I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to go subscribe to Windy City Hockey. Especially if you're a Hawks fan, great content, and drop a subscription here while you're at it. I'll see you guys all next time.